A fashion destination for you is asking how to identify narcissist people. You have mentioned in our influence mastery, you will take session on this. Okay, so first of all, when I said I'll take the session on this, I will definitely do it in one of our inner circle calls. But as you're asking me this question, that how to identify narcissist people, so remember that as much as all of us from the scale of 1 to 10, each one of us have a little bit of narcissistic tendencies. So it's not that all narcissist is bad or good. It's about how big is this tendency. Now, when you understand about a narcissist person, basically narcissist is also not a born narcissist. It doesn't come into your DNA. Where it comes, it's a behavioral issue, right? It comes from the space of sometimes you have observed the narcissism in your parents. Sometimes you have gone through so much of trauma as a child that you turn into a narcissist to protect yourself. So at the end, these people also are the victim of some of the abuse or some sort of a trauma or some sort of a behavioral thing that they observed, and this is how the life they learn to be in the life. Okay. Now, having said that, how do you identify the person who's narcissist? A narcissist will always use gaslighting is a mechanism to trigger you constantly. Like, when you go and talk to the person and when you say, hey, you know what, that day you said something like this, I'm not feeling good about it. And you always do this to me. You always point out these things and I feel that it's not good. I don't like it. The narcissist will reply saying that, hey, you know what, something is wrong with you. I never meant it. You know what? I never said something like that. You are cooking things in your head. You got to check yourself. There is something definitely wrong with you. Now they constantly put you in that space of doubting yourself, your abilities, your capabilities, whether you are understanding the conversation or yourself better. Every time you will observe something like this, that the opposite person is asking you to recheck on yourself. Every situation. Okay, I'm not saying once in a while. All of us sometimes are right and sometimes are wrong. Not everybody is perfect, right? So it's most important to understand when you're in that relationship or when you're talking to that person, is that person constantly pointing out to you and telling you your flaws, and is that person constantly making you walk on the eggshell around? Because you don't know. Whenever you say something, one day they will react differently and the other day they will react completely differently. So narcissists love to keep you walking on the eggshell. They love to keep you imbalanced all the time. They love to be unpredictable, so that you are all the time thinking in your space. You're always on the back foot and not understanding what's working and what's not working in that relationship. And you're always am I making a mistake? Is this right? You're kind of second guessing yourself all the time. And if that is happening in your space, then make sure that you check on this person, whether this person has got all those narcissistic tendencies, and what is the background of this person. How are their parents behaved with them? Have they been through a physical, sexual, mental, emotional abuse in their space for them to become as a protective, coping up mechanism? But remember to watch for this gaslighting. For everything, there will be a sentence, and most often that sentence is not going to be a direct sentence. It's going to be a very covert sentence where they will be it will be like a laughter thing, and in laughing they will say something like that to you, and then you will think, you will not know whether was this person serious or was this person kind of fooling around. What it's kind of all the time making you second guess, and when you question them, they will say that, you know what, this is not true, what you're thinking is not right. Also remember that the narcissistic person is always going to be in public, they are the best person. So when people will look at them and you, people will say, oh, what are you saying? That person is so amazing. They're very good at covering up everything and making you look bad in front of you. Now, remember, I'm not against any person. There's no good and bad. Sometimes a narcissist also doesn't know that they are narcissists. It's just a simple way of coping up. And sometimes when you point it out to some people, if there is a lesser degree of narcissism, they do change. But if there's a higher degree of narcissism, sometimes the narcissist does not change at all. So it's up to you that you identify, you understand whether you want to be in that relationship or you want to get out of that relationship, or you want to set healthy boundaries and point out to this person that they are behaving in a certain way. The best way to deal with it is expose their game to them, because they don't have any other game. So if you expose their game to them in a most healthiest way, so that it doesn't kind of affect you, remember the narcissist will back off and they will find their different prey. So they are going to find somebody else to use their tricks and not you. So I hope this helps you. Let me know.